Azbolg Gaming Orc, and we're going to play Trapper, aka the Mad Max Master over here to the right. He looks a lot like some of the orcs I met back home in, on my home world here. So we got barbecue and chili. Whenever I hook a survivor, I will see the aura of the survivor if they're 40 meters away from the hook of where I hook the survivor. Each time I hook a survivor, I get 25% blood points to all blood points gained. It's just insane, and it synergizes well with the event that's going on right now. I'm going to use Hex Ruin. Unlike most killers that their Ruin totem is very vulnerable, or they just use it as a one-off perk to try to just slow the game down, the Trapper, I find, can actually trap it quite effectively, and it's very powerful. So Trapper is one of the few killers, and the Hag is another one who can actually defend their totem essentially with their own ability, with their power. So the Hex Ruin, what it does, if they have to do a skill check, every time they get a skill check on a generator, if they don't hit a great skill check, the generator regresses 5%. For new survivors, it's very easy for them not to finish gens. But for better survivor teams, they'll either gen tap or just keep going on. Okay, we got Sloppy Butcher. This is a perk that I started to use. Again, it was sort of a flex spot perk area, but with the mangled status effect, it's just too powerful. If they have to self-care, if they don't have a med kit, it takes people forever to heal. So it's similar to Freddy, it just slows the game down a lot. I could actually replace Sloppy Butcher with like No One Escapes Death, so Trapper has a good end game. Again, if that gets to that point, but Sloppy Butcher helps slow the game down. Then I use Nurse's Calling. When I see anybody within 28 meters of me healing, I see their aura. So it pairs well with Sloppy Butcher and people trying to heal each other. I could also use the Hex Haunted Ground perk. Hex Haunted Ground, instead of me trapping my Hex Totem in the beginning, I can kind of get more aggressive, and it will create two essentially fake Hex Totems out there. There'll be glowing totems for the survivors to get. If they touch and destroy those totems for 40 seconds, their entire team has the exposed effect. The exposed effect allows me to one-shot their teammates. For add-ons, I'm going to play a little bit of a busted spec. I'm going to talk about the add-ons and Trapper here a little bit. A few patches ago, they buffed Trapper, and I got up to Prestige 3 with Trapper before they gave him the buffs. After they gave him the buffs, he was way, way more powerful. Because he was a much faster killer, and his add-ons became much better. They reduced all the RNG. Now, like Honing Stone automatically puts people into a dying state. Things like that are just really powerful. The two ultra rare add-ons are okay. Bloody Coil is okay, but it doesn't matter if we use Iridescent Stone. If I use Iridescent Stone, they have every time a random trap every 30 seconds on the map will automatically set. So even if they disarm the trap, I've fought survivor teams, they just feel like, hey, I can just keep disarming the trap. Well, as I'm slowing the game down so much, the traps will automatically reset. And sometimes actually they run into like one of the random traps that is just setting on the map. And then I'm going to bring a bag. I'm going to bring 2 extra bear traps, and I can pick up more bear traps so I can keep resetting the traps. I think Trapper is actually a very good killer now. He's not ultra top tier because he can still get looped, but if he gets his setup time going, he's actually can be top tier because he can trap, especially with his add-ons. He could trap like infinite loops, and there's almost nothing survivors can do. And then he can also trap his totem. So in the beginning of the match, what I want to do is find my totem, trap it, put the trap down on the totem, go find the survivors, hit them with Sloppy Butcher, and just if I see them get wounded, hit them with Nurse's Calling. And we got a lot of traps. I have 1 trap, and then I'm carrying 2 traps, so I have 3 traps that are automatically going to reset. And then we're going to play the event offering. I would want to play the hand to keep my Iridescent Stone, but it's not a big deal. At Prestige 3, I get a stone or an ultra rare essentially every circle, so it's not a big deal. All right, we're in the swamp. Remember, whenever I put a trap down, it's difficult to I want to go find my Hex Ruin totem first. Let's see if I can find it. That's right over here. It's in a very good spot. There's this. You saw my trap just got placed there. We'll just kind of trap up this area a little bit, preventing people to easily get in. This is actually a very good map for trapper. I can go trap up the house because they can just they won't be able to. Oh, there's a guy right there. So I mean, that guy can go try to break my trap, but it's not really going to do anything. So I've already put down a few traps, but not a lot. Okay, it's not, didn't really mind game me at all there. Normally I want to trap up the side of the, of course it's the accession, just like running around like a, trap someone over there. Somehow I missed that guy. I saw the guy healing over there. My nurse is calling. Trap that guy up there. Let's try to whap this guy real quick. It's fine, make him drop the pallets. The basement's right here, actually. So I can just throw this guy in the basement. I really want to put these guys on canker hooks, though, so we want to get the event points. Normally I'd throw this guy in the basement. The one other guy got hit with a trap. I can see everybody's healing here. I can't. The two traps where the totems are at are right there, and you see how long it's taking them to heal. I should be able to see this guy healing. There he is. And the traps are reset themselves. You just break this break this one right here. He might run into a trap over here because it's been reset. And I have a bag, so I can just pick this trap up. I'm trying to find the canker hooks, though. I'm going to let this guy go since he's not really struggling. I'm actually going to let all these survivors go because this is just a very OP build. Oh, this guy's over here. I got to keep track of who I've hooked. So I've hooked the Ace once, that Claudette, which is the Obsession, I've hooked once as well. Just because it's kind of like farming, you know, a farming event. It's not really... You don't need to play super hardcore. But I do want to try to catch some people in traps. Oh, there's a canker hook right here, which is nice. I saw the two other guys with my aura right there. That's another thing is trapper too, is you got to be really cognizant of putting the of when you're putting a trap down afterwards to use your barbecue and chili. I heard this guy moving. I haven't hooked this guy at all yet. Remember, I took one of the traps out from... And if I just tag him once, you know, I put a huge debuff on them. See some scratch marks. Yeah, here we go. I see the other guy healing back here. I want to hook this other guy, so I just get my barbecue stack. The other guy's healing right over there. I could actually go and hit that guy real quick. It's not a big deal. he got trapped on the building. You can see when the traps reset, it's very overpowered. Like the guy got hit by the same... This other guy's still healing behind me over here, so I can just go tag him real quick. Oh, he dead-hearted there. There's a canker hook right over here. I've hooked this guy twice now, so I need to be very careful about hooking the games. I don't want to kill him. They haven't even finished one gen yet, so it's not a big deal. And this game will be very long, so I apologize to you in advance. I'm going to start kind of slowing it down. So I've hooked that guy twice. I've hooked Ace once. Scratch marks here. Let's put a trap right here. I just want to kind of trap a lot around my one building. Oh, there we go. So another trap. Yep, on the totem right there. I don't know if I've hooked this guy once yet. I have 4 barbecue stacks, so I have hooked him once. I'm looking for a canker hook. I don't see one. I think I've used them all. I hope I don't kill this guy, because it's hard to keep track sometimes. Okay, I gotta be careful. That's his second hook. Okay, they finally destroyed Ruin, but it's already too late. And that guy got hit in the trap there that I put in the beginning. And I've hooked this guy once, so I need just to be careful about that. So I think everybody's on death hook now. So again, we have 5 gens. So now I'm just gonna be kind of, they'll be just kind of funny. I just want to see how many times I can hook these guys without killing them or trapping them and just like downing them. And so what I usually do is I slug them a lot. The other guys are still healing over here, I think. Yeah, they just finished healing because of Sloppy Butcher. And see, you can tell how powerful Nurse's Calling is. I mean, you can use Haunted Ground, but Nurse's Calling is very powerful. And it just takes me like one little hit, and I can just rehook them there. I can put a trap right up here. There's another pallet that's pretty good. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot I put a trap there. Expert trapper right here, people. You really want to put this trap like right here, so they're coming up and down this area. They have to redo it. And remember, our traps automatically reset, so it's super powerful. See, I see that guy healing. I'm not going to pick him up because he's on death hook. See, and now he's like, oh, I just hit you there. You know, I see scratch marks. Just break this pallet. I'm just going to slug these guys pretty much from now on. It's going to be a super pain because I do have Sloppy Butcher. The game's pretty much over. They haven't gotten one gen done. Yeah, he wasn't going to make that. I don't know why this guy has the obsession. Is he going to run into this trap right here? This guy's just healing right over here like an idiot. So now, I mean, I just need to play nice. So that'll be pretty much the end of the video because, I mean, it's obvious that they're not going to win. I'll just show you the end screen because it's just going to take too long. Claudette is such a noob. He jumped into the locker. That's hilarious. Oh my god. You guys, stop falling into these traps. Oh my god. I love it. And people say Trapper's bottom tier.